Hey everybody, Kairan here, and welcome to Planetbase. So, I haven't played this game in probably about a year. If you look, there's 4 planets now, and the Suicide class wasn't even there the last time that I played. That's how long it's been. So I wanted to give this game another try. I played the crap out of it way back when. I got like all the achievements and everything, or all the milestones. So this game, if you click on the bottom here, on this little pendant, it has achievements. If you click a new game, each planet has 10 milestones, and we have 4 challenges here. So what I want to do for this series is I want to do like an achievement hunter kind of series. So I want to get all the achievements, I want to get all the milestones unlocked, and complete all of the challenges. So I think that should be pretty sweet. There's not a whole lot of anything that you can do to customize the game. You basically just start on a planet. So the planets go, this is a desert planet, it's pretty basic. The class F, I think, it doesn't have a lot of sunlight. The class M doesn't have a lot of wind, and then I don't know what Suicide is. I've never played it. So each of these planets you have to focus on different energy resources. So we're going to kind of mix and match here, play a couple of planets. We'll start out with the easy one, obviously, because we have to. We have to unlock milestones before we can get to the next one. And through the power of editing, we were able to skip the opening cinematic. I did have a change planets. The first planet that we got onto, it, for whatever reason, locked us into this little teeny tiny, like, one-screen area, and I couldn't get out past the mountains. So this one's quite a bit better. So we'll go with this one. Alright, so first thing you need to do is click on your little structures icon up here, go to the internal structure, and build an airlock. Very important. Don't want to go decompressing. And then the next thing that we want to do is build an oxygen generator, because we want our people to survive. If you don't build the oxygen generator right away, it's actually going to cause your people to die, because they run out of oxygen pretty quickly. So I'm actually building a medium-sized oxygen generator, because why not? You want to make sure that they always have a plentiful supply of oxygen. We're going to need it, so might as well. Next up, we're going to go to the outside structures, the one without the little dome around it. And you can use the scroll wheel to increase and decrease the size of your structure. I'm going to build a mid-size one. I don't remember exactly which one is most efficient, but for resources, that is. But we don't have a lot of resources to start with, so we'll just have to live with the mid one. Alright, so we've got an airlock, we've got an oxygen generator, and we've got a solar panel. So we have a little bit of power during the day, but we need to make sure that we have power at night. We need to make sure that we have water available to us. So we'll build the larger size water generator. And there's a couple ways that you can generate power at night. Either you can wait for the solar panel to build and then build a wind turbine, or you can use a power collector. I personally like the power collector a little bit better. So let's build a larger size power collector, as this will produce a 50 of 50, and we're only using 3.5, so all that excess is being wasted right now. We can put that into the power collector, and we can use that at night instead of building the wind turbine, which I say let's just build a wind turbine. Just in case it's an overcast day, we want to make sure that we have all of our stuff. Do I want to build a large one of those? Yeah, I think so. Large is fine. It's only 4. Alright, so we've got oxygen, we've got water coming in so that we'll be able to split the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, and so these guys don't die. We've got power up and operational. Next we need to worry about food. So we're going to do the biodome. And I had to cough there. The biodome has 4 different sizes. The last size you need to get from a trade ship. The larger you go, the more power efficient it is, but the most resource efficient for your biomass and your metal is going to be the middle size, so not the small one. Go one up from there. That's going to be the most efficient. It's like 2.4 pads per resource or something like that, instead of 2 or 1.3 for the The little one is like super inefficient, so don't build the little one. And it's worthless too. It only gives you 4 pads, where one size up gives you 12 pads. So it's just a little bit more resources for a lot of resource gathering. All right. So next thing that we want to do is get a mine in place, because the mine requires metal, and you need the mine to get metal. So it's pretty darn important that you have the mine in place while you still have enough resources to do it. So if you run out of metal, you're screwed. You can end up recycling some of your buildings, but then you're just wasting a lot of your stuff. So we've got a mine in place. We're getting a biodome here, so we'll speed that up a little bit. As you can see, we're generating electricity now, but then as we use more of it, it's going to slow down, and eventually we're going to start losing energy. Actually, looks like our turbine is kind of keeping up. It doesn't have 50 of 50. It kind of depends on what your wind speed is. Where's wind speed? There's wind speed. So 25 meters per second. So this one is less efficient because you never know if it's going to completely die like it is. So now we're generating no power, no solar and no wind. So it's definitely a good idea to have that solar collector in there. All right. So now we've got our mine in place, and I'm actually going to take down our walls. You can do that with this little dome icon, so we can see what we're doing. So you can click on the edit, and it'll bring you into the interface where you can start adding plants to this. There's starches, vegetables, medicinal herbs, trees, and then the GMOs. So the GMOs are going to give you better production, but you have to buy those from traders. What you want to do is you want to take, the first one is fast production, high maintenance. Get one of those. The middle one, or the middle two-ish kind of, are medium. So medium production, medium maintenance. And then the maize pad is, actually we don't want that one. We want the maize pad. So we'll do 2 starches to begin with. Starches are going to make our bioplastic. And then we need food. So we want to do fast production food, medium production food, and a slow production food. These take biologists to maintain these, so if they neglect your high maintenance ones, they can die, but then your low maintenance ones, they'll kind of carry on, and so you kind of have a little bit of food trickling in, even if your guys are slacking off a little bit. So we'll do that. We'll do another. What do we want to do? I think we'll do a couple more onion pads, some of the middle ones, and then we'll do the high production. And then we'll leave some of those so that we have some room for expansion. All right, so we got food coming in. What else are we going to need? We're going to need a canteen. So the canteen is where you eat, obviously. You can do the smallest canteen, it's fine. They honestly don't need a lot of space, so the smaller one's fine. And then we need a dorm. Dorm is also important. We'll do that right off the canteen. Again, the smallest one is fine. All right. Let's see. Which one of these? There we go. Base management. That's what I was looking for. So in base management, you can kind of see what you have, what you're doing. Status very poor, not so great. You got some charts and grids and things like that. Which one am I looking for? Not the tech grid, not the milestones. Milestones is actually what we're working on to unlock the next planet. We have survival. Like a lot of these, you have to get like a certain number of driller robots, and you have to do you have to make a monolith and stuff like that. So those are actually what we're working on. But for now, yeah, we need a landing pad before we can modify what I want to modify. You can actually adjust which citizens visit your area. So if you need more biologists or you need more of something else, you can just say so. So let's get that in place. I think it's this one, landing pad, and then we'll get you in here and hook it up to our airlock. So the landing pad will allow us to get colony ships where they'll drop off new citizens for us, and they will allow us to do trade. So we're good on water. Some of these guys, they need water, but they just have to... Oh yeah, we need to build a canteen before we can give them water. That's right. A lot of the stuff, you gotta go really fast. So I apologize if you haven't played this game before and you're kind of confused. But you really do have to generate things super, super fast. Alright. And one other thing that we're going to need in place pretty soon here is an internal structure. It is a storage plant. Storage, there we go. So we'll hook it up there. Storage, it prevents your items from decaying, so once we recycle our colony ship here, it's all that stuff is going to have a half-life on it. Alright. So let's edit this, and let's put in a drinking fountain, because they need to drink. We'll put in a table and a vendomat. The rest of this is optional. I guess we could do a video screen just so that they're not bored. So the vendomat allows them to get food, the drinking fountain allows them to get water, the table allows them to eat comfortably, and then the video screen gives them some entertainment. Alright, so we are looking pretty darn good here. I think that's really all we needed for the necessities here. Our dorm is up in place, so we'll put in a bed here. We'll just do one bed for now. You eventually want to have more beds, but they'll share this one. So the dorm allows everybody to kind of share beds. They just kind of sleep wherever they want. The cabin is specific to individuals, so each person will need their own cabin assigned to them. All right, what are we doing here? There we go. So everybody's really thirsty, and now we have a drinking fountain so they can get rid of their thirst. Andy's tired, unfortunately. So, but they're not going to die, which is great. All right. We have our landing pad, so let's do some base management here. Landing permissions. So we have colonist, trader, and visitor. We need a starport for that, so we can't do it anyway. Workers, biologists, engineers, guards. We don't need guards yet because we don't have anybody that's going to be attacking us. I think I want to increase our biologists a little bit. Not too much, though. So we'll have an equal number of workers and an equal number of biologists coming in, because we definitely need them, because these all need maintenance. So yeah, you can see the tomato plant is almost all the way produced, where the mushroom is only at half. Alright, what do you have for trade? Not really anything good. So here's the Goliath turbine plant. So that's the big turbine. You need 400 trade value for that, but we have 20 trade value. Driller bot is a bot that replaces a human for the mine. They're pretty good, but it's 160 trade value, so we can't do anything with it anyway. So make sure you dismiss those so you get your colony ships coming in. All right, so we're mine. We're starting to produce some crystals, and then you can turn 3 crystals into. Let's recycle that. You can turn 3 crystals into a metal. So let's get that in place as well. So we have a processing plant. We'll put the processing plant right off of our storage area here. There it is. So they'll start trucking stuff into our storage area, which will definitely help us out. Go into the processing plant so we can produce some metals and bioplastic. And we could probably use a sick bay. Sick bay might help. Small sick bay will work fine. Your citizens don't get sick all that often. So we'll put it right off the canteen. Seems like a pretty good way to go. We need water, apparently. So let's do another large water extractor. We'll put it over here. Lots and lots of water. We could probably also do a water tower. Why don't we do that? Outside water tank. We'll do a water tower right there. Boom. Alright, so our processing plant is up and running. We need a couple of things. We need a bioplastic processor, and we need a metal processor. So this is another thing. To produce metal, you need metal. So make sure that you get your metal processor in before you use up all of your metal. And there we go. Actually, this might... Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, we got plenty of metal. We got plenty of metal. This is unallocated metal. So we have a lot of metal. It's just being used for things that are coming up here. All right. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We'll edit this and we'll put in a... We need a bed and a medical cabinet. And we're going to have to start worrying about spares pretty soon. So we'll need a factory. But we'll wait on that. So we don't have a lot of resources to work with here. But looks like power generation is pretty good. Water production is good again because we've got this guy in place. Got our water tank almost up and running. Need our processor plant. Let's go high priority on that one. And voila. This guy's unhappy. But he'll watch TV and you can see his happiness is going up. So pretty important. That little TV will really help you out. There's other ways you can do it. You can plant trees so that people can like sit under the trees and do that kind of stuff, which is pretty good. Yeah, so here's a GMO onion for 400, but we don't have enough resources to kind of need that. We really just need colony ships. That is going to be our main focus right now, because we need lots and lots of biologists. Let's actually increase the number of biologists we have. Boom. And it always kind of takes and adds from the one below it. So to increase the biologists, if you decrease the workers, it automatically puts it into biologists. All right. Let's... I hope we have enough metal for this. Maybe not. Let's recycle this so that we can recover those two. Because I think we are out. I don't think anything else is using metal. Yep, so that should be good. And there we go. So that guy's in place, just needs to build a Reno. Perfect. Now we're good. Now we're good. Almost screwed that up. Almost screwed that up. So we've got some crystals coming in, and then they can be taken over to the metal processor. Once they get 3 crystals put in here, the engineer will do the thing. So you can see that it's containing starch, so he's making bioplastic. And that one's containing crystals, so he's making metal. Or I think they're alloys, not crystals. Ore. Oh, yeah. It's ore. So we got starch, we got some food, we got some meals. You need this meal maker. Will actually turn ingredients into meals. So either vegetables or vitro meat, which is a synthetic meat. It's made of plastic, I think. Which is very, very tasty, but in all honesty, some of our food is made of plastic as well. So can't really judge this society. If you don't believe me, look it up. All right. So yeah, we're good. We are good. We have successfully survived. So the next thing we need is, I think we need a lab. Medical supplies grow synthetic meat. Yeah, so that's the synthetic meat one. Robotic facility. I I honestly can't remember where you produce spares. I think it is in the robotics factory, now that I think about it. I don't know. This is a processing plant. We do need the factory. That's right. Alright, so we'll build a factory. That's where the spares come from. Spares are really important because your stuff is eventually going to break down. So our solar panel here, you can see that the maintenance is excellent because they've been using spares to repair it. If you don't have any spares and these go down, then you lose, yeah, like this one. It just got nailed with an asteroid. So this got taken out entirely. And they had to use a spare to get it back up and running. That was actually really good timing. I am impressed by that. Alright. But we lost all of our stored power, so the night's going to be a little rough if we run out of wind, which we are going to. I love when it's not windy at night. That's my favorite thing. Could probably change that back. So you can prioritize manufacturing too. So these, you can prioritize these, and the colonists will be encouraged to go spend more time doing that. Yep, so we're out of power. So we're not producing oxygen anymore. We're not producing water. We're not producing anything right now. So if we don't get some power coming in here pretty soon, the folks are going to die, which is no bueno. So hopefully we don't have that problem. Alright. There we go. So now we have, yeah, see how all of these are red? The oxygen level is going down to 16%. Now that it's sunny, we get our solar panel doing its thing, and we can get some oxygen flowing through here. So that was almost bad. That was almost bad. Gotta tell you. All right, how's our factory doing? Factory's good. So let's slow it on down so we can look at this. So we got a couple things here. We got a spares workshop, which we need. We'll put that in place. This is the semiconductor foundry. You need semiconductors to make robots. And then there's the arms workshop, so you can make guns. Right now, all we need is spares, so we're going to do 2 spares so that we can make sure that we do not run out of those, because that is very, very, very important. And I wish they would transport these in more quickly so they don't degrade. Alright, now we're doing good. So our power collector is doing pretty good. Once that fills up, we won't have a problem with power unless it gets taken out by an asteroid again, which is pretty rough. Why don't we actually make another power collector just in case that happens? So we'll make another one of these guys. And yeah, should be pretty good. So then if one of these is nailed, we have plenty of backup. All right, what else do we need? We could probably use another bunk, so let's put another bunk in here. We have enough bioplastic. We are low on metal, so metal is something that we need to let's actually focus on that and put another metal processor in, just so that we can make sure that we have as much metal coming in as we possibly can. So we have 10 raw fruits, or raw vegetables, I mean, so that we have plenty of food coming in. We do have some ore stocked up. It's just the matter of processing it. And then we've got spares. We need a metal and we need a bioplastic, an engineer, and it'll produce 2 spares for us. Honestly, we can probably just cancel that one. We don't need a lot of spares right now, so I think this one will work fine. All right, medical bay. Yeah. All right, so we got medical supplies in there, which is great. It's great to see. Kind of see all the different things that you have in here. We have medical supplies and we have medicinal herbs. Alright, what do we need next? We need a lab. I think I'll put the lab next to... Can I not? Oh yeah, this is an end cap, so you can't connect anything to end caps. You can only connect stuff that has the extra connections available. So lab, lab is another end cap, I believe. So let's put the lab here, and then what we can do is we can kind of build structures out around it. Oops, I destroyed my TV. But it gave us the bioplastic back, so not a big deal. Actually, I don't want to put it there because it's just going to get destroyed again. When I make another structure, we'll put it there. Man, there's a lot of asteroids here. I think one of the other ones, the one that doesn't have an atmosphere and doesn't have wind power capable, you have a lot more asteroids coming in because there's no atmosphere to kind of deflect it or make them burn up. So just be careful if you're going to be doing that you're going to have to make sure that you have more spares on hand so that you can repair your stuff. Although there are a lot of asteroids coming in here, like a surprising amount. Yeah, you got a colony ship. So what are you? You're an engineer. We honestly don't really need an engineer. We need biologists in a bad way. Excellent. All right. 3 metals. Got starch. Got bioplastic. Got medicinal herbs. Got medicine. Got some spares. We are honestly looking pretty good here. We're looking pretty good. Now, if you've never played this game before, your civilization may fail. I even have some that fail. If you get into the more difficult, like the third planet, if you don't do it perfectly, like the structure building, there's a very specific pattern that you need to build everything in. And if you don't do it that way, you are going to fail. So don't get discouraged if your civilization fails. You just start over until you can get kind of a structure like this. So this is pretty self-sustaining right now. We're creating metal, we're creating spares, we're creating, we've got plenty of power, water, food, everything like that. So I could basically walk away and we would be fine. Spares is the one I think that a lot of people forget about. It's because it's not something that's readily apparent, but if you run out, oof, you are gonna have a bad day. So, let's see. I think that's we're kind of approaching the end time here. We have a lab going in. We probably could use a robotics facility. So we'll put one of these in. Do I want to put one of these in? I think I want to put one of these in. So we'll put that in just so that we can get all of the structures in place. Don't really need a control center at the moment for this planet, for this playthrough. I don't know if I'll do a control center. I probably will. I might take this all the way to the end. Let's see what we got for milestones. We got survival, we got expansion. So survive for 1 day, get new colonists to the base, and self-sufficiency. We got all that in. Reach 100 prestige, build 10 bots, monolith, reach 300 population, acquire 10 techs, generate 500 kilowatts of power. We could probably do that one pretty soon here. Reach 100 population. How many kilowatts of power are we generating? I can't remember where that's stored. Power balance. Alright, so it looks like at one point we... I don't know, we're only producing, like, not much. I know there's a way that you can see how much power you're producing. Grid, there it is. Alright, yeah, so producing 50 kilowatts, we need to produce 500 kilowatts for the achievement. So, sandstorm, another thing that you want to be careful on is sandstorms will be pretty rough, so you want to make sure that everybody comes inside. Can I have them come inside? I can't remember. I think there is a way that you can have them come inside. I think you need the security control for that. So we might as well build the security control. Milestones, text, manufacturing limits. So you can force them to come inside during the sandstorm. Cause, like this bot here, he just went down because he was outside during the sandstorm. So Oops, nope, don't want to do that. So let's do security control. We'll just do a small security control here. Boom. And then I think that allows you to cause your folks to come inside. Like you can do like a state of emergency type of deal. Any permissions? Yeah. I think that's what that's for. So this guy's out there repairing them during the sandstorm for some silly reason. Okay, sandstorm's over. So then you can come back inside. Again, spares, very important. If I didn't have a spare available, that bot would be completely useless and we would not be in a good place. Another colony ship. Hey, look at that. I think the green one is the biologist. Or no, the blue one's the biologist? I don't recall. Yeah, it is a biologist. Cool, cool. Going to base pad. Yeah, and all these, they no longer have that maintenance thing above them, so it looks like we're doing good on biologists now, which is pretty fantastic. Pretty darn fantastic. We've got 5 metal, 6 bioplastic. We got some resources so we can continue to make spares. We can continue to make medicine. We can do all of our things. So I think that's going to do it for episode 1 of the brand new Planetbase series. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. If you want me to do like a tutorial round or something like that, just to go over this stuff a little bit better, let me know, and I can definitely do that for you. Yeah, otherwise just leave a comment with anything you want to know, anything you want to say. If you like the series, if you don't like the series, if you want me to continue or not, please feel free to let me know. And we will pick up next time. So thanks for coming out, everybody, and see ya next time.